obligation. Overflowing with these chords, got no limitation.
Hey, we back. We here. How y'all feeling today? Dog, this heat wave is disrespectful. Why the fuck is this heat wave just beating our asses, treating us like we the redheaded stepchildren? Like, what the fuck?
Some of us are.
Shouldn't be taking hit damage going to
I'm
my
glad
car.
you said it. I didn't want to say it, but I was thinking that y'all just
Listen.
might be.
Kendrick said we're gonna be outside dancing and they not like us. And the son said, no the fuck you not.
No
I got the plan for you, nigga.
For like a month though, and then it decided it wanted to get hot. Remind us that global warming.
Sometimes the sun gotta pop out and show a nigga.
Mm.
Hey, speaking of which, did y'all see that Juneteenth joint that he put on that concert?
The pop
Yeah.
up?
Yeah. The Kendrick and Friends.
That was funny.
Dog,
Played it 6 times.
super funny. Super crazy. Like Drake is done. Drake lost this battle. It's packing in, big dog.
He's
That
been
was
lost though.
legit.
So I mean, it's no need to like bury him even more. It was already
that was pissing.
No, that was
dancing.
definitely doing that crib walking and everything.
Yeah,
he already been done.
Yeah. It was unnecessary. Like, and he had Drake come out and start off the first version of They Not Like Us because he played that song like 6 times. Had the crowd singing and shit. And it's like, damn, dog. You had all of Compton just like singing, they not like us. They not like us, nigga. They not like us.
It wasn't that got me. It was the Drake fans that were present that got me. Because they were right along with everybody else. So it was like, damn. Like your supporters are right along with them.
Yeah, they still paid to come see Kendrick.
Everybody on his side was there. Like Drake has nobody left now. It's over.
Yeah,
you got to know it's over. But knowing that it's over for Drake, it's just starting for us. We will get started with these introductions. I am Maul. I am here to tell you all about what we are doing today. We are talking all about the expectations of going to a black con, going to a con in general, what you expect out of these spaces, just in general, and just to have a nice, fun conversation, especially with us being like knee deep in our con season. I know I, for one, have gone to Austin Con with Mikey, had a lot of fun so far. Supposed to go to Galaxy Con and meet Steve, but I had car issues, didn't get to make it. And yeah, it kind of sucked. But we coming back at you. Blerdcon is 20 days away at this point. So, we making it work. Some of us will be there, some of us won't. We still shout out to our fallen that can't make it, but it's gonna be a great time. So now we're gonna take time now that we're in our con season and we're excited and teasing her new sunglasses. Because look at her, don't she look so nice? No, all right, fuck y'all then.
Don't talk to me. No, it's giving. I'm not with it.
Nah. None of you said shit. It was very slow for that response. So fuck
Oh, sorry, I was muted the whole time. I was saying
everybody just left her hanging.
I was muted.
She giving me vibes that she not with it today. So
I was muted.
She felt all of that awkward silence.
Like second, dead behind these eyes. But yeah,
everybody was like, "Oh, that was me to respond." So now that we've gotten real disrespectful, let's get into these introductions. We would normally start with the women, but now we're gonna start with these disrespectful ass niggas that left my girl hanging, and we're gonna leave her to the end. Let's start with Rie in the corner. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my nigga from the south.
Fuck you.
I didn't mean it like that, but that's another reason why I ain't say that.
Everyone's getting the fuck you. Everyone's getting the fuck you.
Lord have mercy. Well, how y'all
introduce yourself?
Man, I'm not really.
You got him shot.
I don't need T. Yeah, I don't need T to keep blasting me like that. So I just want to apologize.
Oh, he nervous.
Yeah, I'm nervous. Just give
he nervous.
Put him down.
Put him down. He done.
No warning to that at all. So you're a dick.
Yeah.
He's done. He's nervous. He's done. Next up, we just have a very nice man from Ohio. He was just unsure that was his cue to say something. I'm sure next time he'll tell T how nice she look in her glasses.
Well, I didn't get that.
I mean, I was under the impression that she was only here so she wouldn't get fined. I just decided to leave her alone. But
But I'm the bad guy. That's crazy.
but I'm the very nice man from Ohio. That's probably the best way to describe it. He has the best hands in anime right now. That's it.
He does. He does. You've been doing a great job, my boy. Oh no, that's me. Where'd he go?
Where you go? I don't know. You got rid of him.
I'm about to say
I kicked him off at this intro. I was done with him.
I didn't even kick out after the intro. But I don't even think what I said was that controversial. I'm sure that a lot of people agree with me in that statement.
Nah. Isidori's left, right, good night has been undefeated.
But no. Like I said, the very nice man from Ohio. I believe Charles's tagline has it. Rie's tagline has it set up the best here for a good time, not a long time.
I dig. Next up, we got not a good guy, but the best bad guy that you'll ever know. Like, this man would give Gru a run for his money. Like, some would say Magneto's the best bad guy. I'd say it's Fluke. Fluke, tell him about you.
Magneto's not a bad guy. He just, he likes his people. Me, I don't like anybody. I mean, you guys are all right sometimes. I said your glasses look nice. I was just muted the entire time. Like you could see, I mute often. It's not my fault. I said it. But if I didn't, you know, if you didn't look good in those glasses, I think I'm doing all right. It's a little bit high, but it's cool. It's cool. How you guys doing? What's going on? How we feeling? Everybody feeling good? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling all right. T, you look nice in those glasses, by the way. I thought I'd say it before they even tried to say it because they still haven't said it. But all
right, nigga, all right. You doing a lot of pandering, making up for the fact that you ain't say shit.
I was muted. I was muted.
Yeah. This nigga muted himself.
So
now
that's all.
For the nice woman in her own sunglasses, please introduce yourself, Miss Tioni.
I am Miss Tioni. And that's it. I'm tired. I'm just here so I won't get fined because I'm not going to be here next week. You guys will not see me next week.
There you have it. We are here for a good time, not a long time at the TrapHouse. Got to be on the move. You know, them jump out boys might be on our ass. So, with that in mind, let's get into it. So I know Charles has never been to a con. I know I met T at a con last year. Me and Mikey have been in our con season. I know last time Mikey dyed his hair to go to MagFest. It was pretty.
Is that
pretty intense? Yeah, that was the red hair.
Good for you.
Happened right before MagFest.
You say good for me like I'm some kind of kid needing the.
No, because as black cosplayers, dyeing our hair, doing anything different to our hair to at least match a cosplay, match a character that we are portraying, it's a lot.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess I could get into it later. I'll get into it later, but yeah. It's just I dye my hair often anyway. Like I like to.
Oh, never mind. I take that back.
Compliment.
Nope, I took it back. It's gone. Just like baby.
See, nigga, you done talked yourself out of a compliment.
Oh Lord.
You were doing so good too.
I did
so good. All you had to do was just say thank you.
For what? The good job. I'm proud of you. Oh my god. You're like everybody else.
I'm hot. I mean it in the most sincerest way. I just am a little bitchy about it.
I don't know if you remember this, but T gets very upset when she gets hot and when the pizza's not good. So, like, at Blerdcon, if you see her on the food court, stay out of her way, all right? But I heard Sweet Frog going to be out there, so, you know, I'm kind of excited.
Sweet Frog?
You're talking as if the food is going to be, you're talking as if the pizza is expected to be bad.
Yes, it's the same pizza place. So unless they've made their recipe better in a year, which I highly fucking doubt, it's going to be shit. And that's the
Or
closest
it's
thing
less
that I can
burnt
get.
because they less overwhelmed. Because
I
them
get
pizzas
it.
was
You know what?
definitely burnt.
Shout out to all the food trucks or the people that work in the food industry and people who
Yeah,
work
because
at
they
like
do a
Target,
great job
Walmart,
and
any
a
of the
lot.
shopping areas during a con time. Props on you because you do your best. I
Y'all are
remember
essential employees.
I remember
That
for
McDonald's?
not Blerdcon. DreamCon, the Target by the hotel was so overwhelmed. They didn't have enough people. They only had 2 workers working that night, and they had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, they were
They know
very
they have a bunch of people
unaware.
coming in.
They probably called and was like, "What the fuck is happening? Let me look up what's a DreamCon. Like, what are you talking about? Like, hey, bro, you ever heard of DreamCon?
Because they had
Nah,
roads shut down.
I know who RDC World is. I know that nigga Mark, but I ain't never heard of DreamCon.
Mm-hmm. So shout out to those people. You guys are the best. You do your best, but the food is more than likely going to be crap.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Hilton. Hilton does a great job with Blerdcon getting it on track and keeping everything like going year after year. Like, even though like it has its hiccups and it has its this wasn't as great as I thought it was gonna be, I still thoroughly enjoy Blerdcon every year. Like, there are places where it could be better and there are places where it could be worse. Like, it definitely could be a lot worse going to Blerdcon. Like, going into AwesomeCon and be like, this is okay, but I wish this was 24 hours. Like, or Blerdcon ain't got that fudge that AwesomeCon had. That joint was.
Can you
Sorry.
explain what those 2 cons are for the people who don't know?
All right, so AwesomeCon is a DC original con. It started around 2000, I want to say 17 or 18.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, it's been happening. The one year that it didn't happen was the COVID year, that a lot of places just weren't doing a lot of things. But yeah, it's a really fun con. We went, we had a panel this year. It was really fun. We had a great time. Steven Hillenberg came by, like the voice of SpongeBob, voice of Ice King, Bryce, not to butcher his last name, but the voice of Sasuke. He was also the voice of Cat Noir. He does a lot of different voices. He was Aaron.
Yuri.
He was also there.
That's Yuri Long.
Yeah, Yuri. I love that guy.
The English voice?
Yeah. Yuri
Yeah.
Long thought Ohio, actually.
He does Spider-Man. Does a lot.
Shocking.
I might have the wrong guy there.
Oh God, because
You said Stephen
Sasuke.
Hillenberg.
the one that does the SpongeBob voice with his throat.
No, Steven
That's
Hillenberg
fine.
is definitely the creator. I meant Tom Kenny. Sorry.
I'm hurt.
Steven Hill. I got them mixed up.
Mistakes happen. It's okay.
I didn't sleep much last night.
Sometimes mistakes hurt, though.
Yeah.
Validate those feelings.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Just like my feeling for that burnt ass pizza at Blerdcon.
You just shouldn't have ate it.
Okay, but when it comes down, so for these cons, the food is, I have to say, one of like the top 3 expensive things. They absolutely raise their prices, if not by a couple of dollars, by more. But it is expensive. So that pizza place was one of the cheapest out of the options that my picky ass would eat.
No, it was absolutely the cheapest option. Like, otherwise, you were eating one single spring roll or one single item off of a menu, but to get something to actually fill you up as a singular person, it was a pizza. And the fact that they had the option to buy the whole pizza pie, you could have bought that as a unit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you all chip in. Hey, this pizza's $20. Like, okay, we're all gonna put in 5. And that's 4 people. 4 people get a pizza.
used to do that all the time, or at least, yeah.
That definitely would be
To be working.
that's definitely a disadvantage for traveling for cons because you get there and you kind of have to rely on the hotel and for that type of deal versus knowing what's out there that's local and whatnot. You have to actually take time to do that. It takes time away from being at the con.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now,
So I will say there is a like little McDonald's nearby that does a good job of trying to keep up with everybody, and there is like some local restaurants, but the local restaurants aren't like they aren't quick. You know what I mean? It's a hotel district, so it's not like they
they're
move
expecting
super
people to
fast.
come, sit down. You're eating. You're being patient. You're not on the move. The food trucks are literally right there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no.
It's like if you want something quick, just go to the food trucks. But like one year, I think it was 2021, Rich came and he was like, nah, the lobster roll wasn't good that he had. It was expensive and it just wasn't good. Like, and it hurt his stomach. Like, he really said that like nothing he had while he was there was good. The nachos that he got was like cold from a place that was inside of a hotel. He had to send that back. My burger was overcooked, but that was expected. Yeah, like I really think the best food I had over there was the McDonald's.
No, I had gumbo for the first time at Blerdcon. I don't know what truck it was from, but I know I stole the food off of someone else. It was so good.
I ain't saying nothing.
Oh no!
Nah,
If
you
I don't have to
activated
pay for the
I
food,
had questions.
I would get it for free.
I had immediate questions.
If I don't have to pay for the food, I will. It's you don't want to eat that? Let me take a few bites, and walk away.
No, because you don't hold that same energy with pizza. Like if it's bad pizza, it's bad pizza.
Disrespectfully, I will leave a
But
review.
it's different when you're not familiar with something. Like everybody has had pizza in the sense, like certain places you have different cultures and everything. So like pizza is something that's like it's well known. Certain places like specialize when it comes to food, but in general, that's different. But like gumbo, that's very unique. So it's like
it was good.
I was only hoping that your experience was good because like down south, that's
it
like
was
a hot
shocking.
commodity.
Yeah, because I've always wanted to try gumbo, and I don't know where they got it from, and I don't know.
I hope they were Southerners.
I don't know if the same
Specifically from
food
the
truck is
boot.
going to be there again, but it was so good.
So there is a new con that came about this year called Blurfest, New Orleans. How would the podcast as a unit feel about maybe taking a trip there? All right, so that's two for going. Is that a three? Is that a three, Mr. Rie?
What time of the year? What time of the year is that?
Around maybe your birthday.
I want to say maybe February or March.
Oh, February or March?
I'm not sure what.
That's not bad.
That's perfect then. Because it won't necessarily be cold out here unless the weather actually acts right. But it will be cool, so you won't be miserable. And that's the important part.
When they announce it, we'll get back on the details and look into it. But would y'all be down to go?
I've never actually been to New Orleans before. That'd be an excuse to go.
I've never been to New Orleans either. And like knowing that Charles is there, that nigga gonna owe me some
What you want? Beignets?
I want them them egg rolls you had. Them crawfish egg rolls. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn,
I want some New Orleans shit. I want some beignets. I want some fresh beignets with the chocolate on top. I want the gumbo. I want some jambalaya. I want some crawfish.
Got a whole menu, huh? Write it down. Write it down so we can remember.
But no, for real, yeah. I was about to say y'all probably gonna gain a couple pounds.
I want to go bar hopping and take my big ass cup from place to place, walking out in the street.
Wait, when you said Blerdfest was gonna be around February,
I'd have to check. Like I'm not going.
No,
don't give me the line about when it is.
Because I was about to say, I mean, if they plan it right, y'all can catch Mardi Gras, and that'd be even more fun.
We lost to White. He doesn't want to know about Mardi Gras.
He probably pop back in, but nah, you can catch Mardi Gras depending on the time frame. So
let's do Mardi Gras. Let's do Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras would be lit.
So
if
listen,
you're single, I'm just telling you now, you good. If you're in a relationship, you might have to do a little explaining.
Nah, I'm gonna just bring my wife. We might have to
Not
take
in
a
your
TrapHouse trip.
what I'm saying, not in your case, but I'm saying like people are very friendly,
Mikey, why you making this face,
and
It might
dog?
be
there's not nothing that couldn't happen, that wouldn't happen, that shouldn't happen. So it's like
Listen, we are a
when
part of
happens in New
HMIC.
Orleans stays in
They
New
are
Orleans.
our sister network. They are the sex, drugs, and alcohol nerds. We are the party nerds. That's who we're gonna be.
well, that's gonna be a hell of a mix then.
I'm party hopping.
Let's party hop. Let's go partying.
Oh, I meant between.
No, nigga. I mean together
But no,
with them.
that'd be a nice experience.
So at Blerdcon, it's going to be a great experience because we're going to film the documentary of Pokemon. So the Black Pokemon Experience, we're actually going to film. So we'll take interviews and we'll have people come in. It's going to be a lot of fun. So
are you excited for it? Like a little behind the scenes?
So I am and I'm not, because like I'm a huge part of like the Pokemon scene, and like a lot of the history, like hearing a lot of it, it's like, damn, I was there for that. I was like, and just knowing so much of the details, it just feels like it's a big illustrious history, and I'm excited for the documentary to come out and for everybody in the world to like see that, you know, Pokemon is it's a Black thing too. It's not just something that you played once or something that you play on Pokemon Go and you're like, oh yeah, I caught a Bulbasaur today. Like, that's great and that's wonderful, but there is a thriving community that if you wanted to talk about Pokemon, if you love this, if you want to collect them all, if you're just looking to like get back into it because you love playing it with your kids, they exist. People can help you actually get to your goals. You're like, hey, I've always loved this Pokemon and I can't find that anywhere. Can anyone help me get a Dragonite, or can anyone help me get this? Like, I've lost this. That's what they're there for. It's a bunch of nice people, and there's a bunch of not nice people too. Like, it was a lot of drama and a lot of intrigue in there. Like, there's a few amount of like people that if I
Well, you
met in
speaking to
real
the
life,
masses, you just got to make sure you bring them to the right spaces.
oh yeah, nah, it's us from Afrosian talking to Tajiri. So there's going to be a Tajiri Afrosian kind of HNIC documentary, but we're going to talk about all the like the exploits and everybody's like time and what happened in the Pokemon community. Because you got to remember, I was there from like not necessarily the beginning, but I witnessed the
But pretty
growth
much.
after the teardown, when the split. I came in after the split happened. So the Ujima split happened between Arjana, and then I came into Arjana. I met Malcolm. We talked to him. Me and Dwight were there when he told us when the group hit 1,000 people, he's out. And now the group is over 10,000 people. That's crazy because we watched that group grow. We played alongside each other. Like, that's where me and Dwight's friendship started. Showed up one day with a team of 6 legendaries talking about, yo, who trying to play some Pokemon? And we've been fighting ever since.
That's adorable. Tell the story of your friendship.
So
I mean, yeah, no, I'll still never forget for the amount of disrespect that he showed bringing teams full 6 legendaries. You know, that's neither here nor there, I suppose. But yeah, no, that's legit. That's
he was mad they were well trained and knew right moves.
And then all of a sudden, like one of my first games back playing that game ever, not ever, but It had been years. I hadn't touched Pokemon in like 3 years at that point. And then all of a sudden, I got this guy showing up with 6 legendaries. I'm like, I don't have time for this. This is not what I signed up
I've never
for.
played anyone other than my siblings before that, so they had to teach me the rules, and then after that they taught, and we laughed, and we were up to like sometimes 2, 3 in the morning just laughing, playing Pokemon. There was some great times, like all through COVID, like that really got me through some real times. Like we all went through some real stuff together, like not to reveal anyone's personal business, but like there was some loss, there was some gains, there were births, there were marriages, there was a lot. Like knowing someone from the Pokemon community got married at Blerdcon was crazy. Like just to hear that.
God. Stop. I can't take all these feelings.
Oh my gosh, are you crying? Is that what the shades are for?
Nah, it's just a bad day for rain.
I wasn't at first. Yes, it is a bad day for rain. Oh, that's adorable. Because I know who you're
It's
talking
just a bad day for rain.
I think it's a great day for rain. I'm just saying.
It's raining, guys.
No, it's not, because it'd be hot rain.
I mean,
And
no,
that's
physically,
what
it is a
happened.
great day for rain.
That's what happened my first year at Blerdcon. It was raining. Bad.
Oh, that was the year you came to Blerdcon?
When it
That's
was
tough.
raining. Like the first
Dog.
night. I think all weekend, or that first night, it rained. It downpoured.
Awful.
It fucking flooded. Like,
Yeah.
we left out of the party and it was just like, fuck. We were running up the street because Brittany like does this comical thing where she never orders the right hotel. So like every year it's just further and further out. That year was 1.5 miles. The year before that it was 3 miles, and last time it was 1 mile, and it was 1 mile and 3 and 4 halves. So it was like just slightly further
he's
than the
pissed
last
because he
hotel.
remembers every single one.
I had to carry all the bags. Like imagine carrying the cosplay bags and then like a giant wand on your back. I stole a shopping cart to bring all the stuff in.
You know what? That I should have stolen the shopping cart. That reminds me of this one time I went to New York and we flew there. Like we had like 6 bags and we didn't want to pay for an Uber or nothing like that. So we took the shuttle as far out as we could so we can get to the subway because there's no point in driving anything in New York at all. So by the time we got out to so we had to walk like 6 or 7 blocks from where the shuttle dropped us off with like 6 bags to get to where we needed to go.
That's horrible. Which is why I always try to book for the host hotel. I know it's gonna be expensive, but I always try and book for the host so that way I'm not walking that far because I don't do walks.
Nah, that makes sense. Like I think for me it was just wild because like we were asking people, like we were laughing, and that was the big joke of the weekend. We were like, oh, we're gonna ask everybody what's the most ghetto thing you ever done. And like up to that point I was laughing because I was like, I don't know, I've done a lot of ghetto shit. But then like Brittany was like, what's the most ghetto thing you ever done, babe? This is the most ghetto thing I've ever done. I'm pushing a shopping cart full of my shit down the street with a giant wand and everybody's staring at me like, what the fuck is happening?
Wait, are you homeless? Are you that kind of homeless?
Dog, that kind of homeless, because it's like, what? Where are you going?
It's that kind of like, are you like transporting shit? Or are you moving?
And there's like snacks and sodas and shit in the cart, and it looks like I'm actually like living in this, and I'm just pushing along, and everyone's outside just looking, and I'm like, yep. Thursday I came in, I did a panel. Friday I was running around, I was looking cool the whole time. No shirt. Friday, Saturday, just getting it, just having a fun time. By Sunday, I'm just pushing a shopping cart full of my shit down the street.
I saw you Sunday. I saw you from inside the hotel, and I'm like, damn, that sucks. I'm gonna go back to my conversation. I wish you all the luck. And I'm like, my shit's already in my car in the garage. All I have to do is go drive it out. I'm good. He's pushing around the cart. And then I'm like, my second thing was, where'd he get the cart?
I found it. It was just there. Like,
so you took someone else's cart.
Yeah.
Definitely. You definitely stole somebody's stolen cart.
Where did
Somebody
you
was
wait,
unlucky that
There
day.
was no reason for the cart to just be there in front of the
Somebody
liquor
was
store.
unlucky that day. Somebody was not lucky that day.
was
Wait,
in the store? Was anyone else in the store when you went in?
no, the liquor store's closed on Sunday in Virginia.
You fucked up. You did something. You took
Somebody
someone's
had a
shit. They were
bad
coming
day.
back for that. Where'd you leave it? Like after you were done, where'd you leave it? Did you take it back?
Left it in front of the hotel.
You said that's their problem, not his.
Yeah, this was a stolen
Thank you for your
property.
service.
Like,
Thank you for your services.
right, exactly like that. I'm standing on business. I shouldn't have had this. You shouldn't have had this. But I appreciated being there.
I mean, correct. Nothing wrong with being resourceful.
The important thing is you had a good experience. The time was had. That's what matters. That's what we take away from that.
That's what matters.
Yeah,
I know you
it
pissed
was. It
somebody
was.
off
The,
though when you did that though. I'm pretty
it was a
sure you
ghetto ass
pissed somebody
experience.
off.
I gotta say, my first time at Blerdcon was fun, but my second time was the first time I actually cosplayed in public.
Was that the time where I met you?
Mm-hmm. I was Raven and Shigo. I think those were the only two cosplays I had for that weekend, and that is like the perfect place to cosplay first.
Yeah, that was my first time cosplaying too. So when I did the Jorgen, that was my first cosplay.
That's our first time. Those are first times. Oh, you little babies. Oh, you babies. Oh, that's so fucking cute. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. That was. You guys are adorable. You guys are adorable.
My first cosplay
I think I said that right.
I'm mad as fuck because anyone else I would have told they haven't done that yet. They haven't labeled me a baby cosplayer. Like, but your bitch ass did it, and yeah. Okay. What, Dwight?
I'm trying to remember why I'm trying to remember the name of my first cosplay, and I've watched most, if not all, of Fairy Tail, and I cannot for the life of me remember it.
What was the power?
Ice. Gray?
Gray.
Oh, Gray.
Grateful Buster.
That's that. Sorry.
Because sometimes if you can mention a power, you're like,
The purple
I don't know,
coat
the nigga had gravity.
Like, for real.
I had to go back to check what my first cosplay was. Sorry, continue. I'm like looking for it.
You don't remember?
Yeah.
It was a while ago.
You've done that many?
No,
Well-
I've just done a couple, but I don't usually go to cons and cosplay.
Yeah, I've only
I feel that.
like 1 out of the 3 times that I went. Like my siblings were trying to get me to do Orange High School with them one day, but I had no idea what that show was at that point. So I was like, "What are y'all? I can't do a group cosplay for a cosplay. I don't for an anime. I don't know. I feel
for something I can't explain. Somebody's gonna be like, do the pose, and you like, what pose? And they're like, oh, you don't know the pose?
right. I don't want that. I don't want that smoke."
You fake fan. How could you?
Basically.
So yeah, that particular trip, I did that Gray cosplay, which we did a group cosplay. We did Kume and Team Me for Fairy Tail because it was around that time when that was in the anime.
Yeah, so I routinely do cosplays with Brittany. So last year I picked and we did Jorgen von Stringel and the Tooth Fairy. This year she picked, so she's dressing up with her podcast, Black Girl Confidential, and doing Powerpuff Girls. So I told her, cool, if you want to be a Powerpuff Girl, I know who I have to be.
A Roddy Rough Boy.
Professor Utonia. That way all my cosplays. Wow.
Oh, I could have been Mojo. That would have been fun.
Why'd you say the monkey?
Mojo Jojo.
Why'd you say the monkey? Why did you say the monkey? Why did you say the monkey? Why did you look at this dark-skinned man and say the monkey? Or you look in my African American face and say,
we'll be back
got to be the monkey.
I said,
well,
Mojo.
for one, because Mojo Jojo gets beat the fuck up by them. Professor
It's
Utonium
my
is their
life.
father. So I would
Wow.
figure, in a sense, you would do
That I'm
that.
still her daddy.
Ew.
Yeah, it's definitely a grossed out in a sense, but we'll accept it. We'll allow it. I was rooting
Either
for
way.
Rowdy Rough Boys, one of them. It didn't matter who. I was like, go for it.
Nah, because I'd have to get my boys to dress up and commit to that, and I can't even get niggas to show up to the con. Rie.
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
There was a shot being fired.
and at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, it's gonna always be shot down. Because if I had to pick between my kids and anything, 9 times out of 10, I would pick my kids.
Believe
Yeah. Bring your kids. They get in for free, nigga.
Nah,
And she fly for free.
You.
You know,
I'm not chasing three.
So
No.
there's that.
I'm
So
not
there's
chasing
that.
three. 3 Rugrats. No, I'm not doing that.
we still got time. I could still be a Rowdy Rough Boy. Just saying. Still got time.
I
See,
would say,
look,
though,
there you go. See, all you had to do is speak on it. He won't do that. He don't want to talk about that.
Blerdcon for
I don't,
kids is
'cause-
definitely a morning thing.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely a Sunday morning. They have like the anime club, like DC Anime Club. They're
They actually
doing
have some
the
stuff for kids during Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, they have a lot of
yeah,
stuff.
they have a couple stuff.
Yeah,
Like they got
have
Pokemon, they got
Hey,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I want to do that
I
shit.
checked out their lineup.
Yeah, fun stuff for kids. However, at night, that's when the kids need to go home.
Oh nah, Hilton's trying to put up a campaign, so no cheeks before 8 o'clock. Like he's like, yo, you can just put the cheeks up while it make it family friendly during the day, and then by 8 o'clock,
That's very fair
like,
because there was a lot of things last year that I saw, and even myself, I didn't change until like 9-10 o'clock.
Last year, it
Yo.
was like full on.
last year,
The theme this year is
it's they have been calling it Freaknik like for a while. They've been saying this is it. Like between this and Curtis's birthday, it's going down. This is the summer of like Freaknik. Freaknik, as Curtis calls it.
Disgusted with the economy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just so happen to have it happening in my backyard. Like,
And I'm gonna be 30 minutes away at a wedding.
It just so happens that like my homie.
You still gonna pick me up?
Yeah, we got you.
And now that it's been recorded, you saw the hesitation in that. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna
I
say
get a ride
nothing
too.
about it. But
Like,
Right, she definitely did get you in whatever K this is.
Commit it's being
something.
recorded and it's gonna be posted.
4K. How did they get you in 4K?
I mean, because worst case scenario, I'll just Uber you to our house and then we'll just drive out from there.
And I don't have to pay for that Uber?
Why would you? I just told you I'll Uber you out.
Thank you for that confirmation.
she really got you. She really gets you.
I just needed recorded proof. That's all I needed.
Said, we'll see. I always
don't gotta
we'll
pay.
See,
I'm already paying for 2 hotel rooms that weekend.
Nah,
I'm spending enough.
Yeah, that's why I said, why would I? Like, it's about your safety. It's not about your wallet. I have money. I don't have you. And who? It's you safety. You here.
And the
That's
ride
it.
back. And the ride back.
I don't know about the ride back, dog. Because I don't know what time you leaving. That's on you.
I have that room until Monday. So
That's on you. Because unless you leaving at the same time I'm leaving.
Oh damn, no, fuck that.
Yeah, see?
Alright, fair.
Because I can guarantee you a ride. I can't always guarantee you a ride back.
That is fair. However,
But
you want to go halves on a lift?
it depends on how drunk I am. Because I might be asleep.
Thank you, Brittany. So
I might be asleep.
Speaking of sleeping, how do you guys feel? And I want to ask everyone. We're going to a con. sleeping wise, would you rather get an Airbnb, because for DreamCon that are what some people are doing, and I know for Blerdcon last year some people did that, staying at the host hotel or staying at the cheapest location?
Host hotel is always good in my opinion because then you don't have to leave. Really don't have to go nowhere. The con's there already. If you leave, and I mean, hell, most hotels have a bar, so you really don't have to go. But
Yeah, Blerdcon's host hotel does have a bar.
right, but I know from just traveling experience in general, Airbnbs have a tendency to be cheaper. Not necessarily more comfortable, but definitely cheaper at least, especially if you're going with more than one person. So it's a little bit easier to accommodate a group at an Airbnb versus the hotel, in my opinion.
I was gonna say the Airbnb. I'm not opposed to the hotel for that aspect, but I felt like if you travel with friends, it would be more fun. And then, like, as you meet people, of course, you know, like you can invite them, y'all can have like little parties and get-togethers and stuff like that. And it's like a little bit more freedom in a sense to some aspects. But of course, you know, you gotta abide the rules of the people that you're renting from. But you don't have to worry about somebody like reporting you or something like that inherently. Where like a hotel is like, I see this, or you know, they'll have to hit you for something or whatever. So I don't know. I feel like they both have their pros and their cons, but I think the Airbnb would be fun with the right group of people, at least with the right group.
Yeah, nah, you know my cheap ass. I'm going to the cheapest possible. Like I'm not even at the host
But I'm
hotel
saying
this
even with
time.
Airbnbs, you can definitely get a good one that's like cheap, you know, and do everything that
Right.
you want to do. But like I said, it's just really, I would say more so about the right people and where y'all located. Of course, that
Nah,
plays a
because
part into it.
with most cons, like they're in a hotel district, so like you won't find a good Airbnb nearby. So like knowing the area that Blerdcon is in the way I do, I didn't
Mhm.
think that I could find a good like Airbnb in that like area without me having to like drive down, rent a
They're
scooter,
mostly
like do
they're
stuff
mostly
to get
across the
there.
river.
Hmm?
Mhm.
They're mostly across the river. At least that's when I
Yeah.
was looking. That's what ended up being the thing that I was thinking about doing the most because I can't. Because the cheap hotel option is there if it's a situation where you're traveling a great distance. At which point, then yes, you may want to go ahead and just get the cheap hotel so that way you have at least know that you have a place to stay. But if you do
So
this right, if you do it right, you can do the Airbnb. But my thing is, like you said, they're not close. I think the most reasonable ones are across the river. They're like 15, 20 minutes away.
yeah, and then you're having to Uber back and forth because like there are like low moments and like moments where you're like, all right, I'm ready to go back. I got to go reset my energy. Like I need to go charge my phone. I want to sit down. I want to lay down for like 20 minutes, grab something to eat. You know, freshen up. Like I've been out. It's been hot all day. Like there are moments like that where it's easiest. I'm in a BlurCon attendees chat, and someone had offered to go half on a room with a stranger. Would anyone
Mm-hmm.
ever do that?
A
Nope.
lot of people would probably do that. I wouldn't say nobody here, of course, but
No, I
I
mean,
think that's
I
more common than you would think.
I don't know,
Yeah,
dog. Like single me probably would.
I'd have
That's
to
why I
have
said
at
it's more because you got to think about it for a con, especially when it's somebody potentially of the opposite sex, or even if it's somebody you probably can like, you know, like go in and be like, this is like my
Well, I mean,
co-pilot. We about, you know, so I feel
right,
like
but what if it's not
that's
the opposite sex? What if it's the same sex? What if it's
That's
a
why I was
male?
saying the co-pilot aspect. That's what I was speaking on. It could be like a co-pilot thing, like, bro, like, what are your intentions? Why you have these are mine? Okay, these are mine. But we can link up and do X, Y, Z. Same with women. So it's like I feel like that would be the approach. I mean, it would create less issues because y'all are the same sex versus the
My
opposite.
Right.
Because you don't know somebody's intentions. Like, especially with you being a woman, you don't know this dude from Adam and Eve. You really gonna be comfortable with it. Don't matter if he's attractive or not. You gonna be
mm-hmm.
comfortable with just staying with somebody you don't completely know.
Right.
That's different.
yeah, I'm all for meeting your internet friends, but that's a bridge too far. Unless
Yeah.
to
But that's what
you
especially
to get
I'm not
internet
speaking in the
friends.
sense of your internet friends because I feel like even like you would have a better like like understanding of each other. And I'm not saying that that's acceptable, but that's different. I'm
well,
saying
it's
like
Blerdcon
somebody
did the
posts like
attendees. They did the chat just now, like it's just recent. So people are starting
Hmm.
to meet up in rooms now, and Blerdcon
Like this wasn't something that
is
was always
happening.
happening.
Yeah, this was a chat that just started, and they're
Like this is recent.
branching off
This
with different chat rooms.
so my only question to that would be has like and I'm not trying to speak nothing else, so I pray nothing that, but like as I feel like as long as there are like guidelines in place and nothing has ever happened to where like it has to bring like law enforcement or anything, certain
you don't know that.
things like within certain that's what I'm saying. I don't know. But that's what I was getting at. I was like, if it's in the sense of that, that would like give certain people, more security and comfortability versus something that's like a test trial because that's
Nah, I mean,
different.
because what
That's weird.
regulations and guidelines would you put on that? Because you're an adult. Like I agreed to come stay in the room with you. Everything that
You
happened
have
is agreed upon
agreed, but
between
it's like
us.
yes, but
The
it's
condo
like
had nothing to do with that.
I don't know.
I
But
think
if the
it's
con
more
is
around your own
the con
profession.
is the group that's actually like allowing the people to make these decisions, right? Or is it just a
Nah,
group
I
of
mean,
people that know that they're
I
going
mean,
and then
technically,
like doing
yes, because there is no one really moderating that chat, and I don't know who made the chat, but it has to be the higher ups of who is like
So I would say
involved in
legally that would need to be researched because I feel like if they were the ones that started, in some sense they would take some fault. So yes,
like
in
they're
order for you to avoid that, you don't want to be a part of it at all. Now it's different if
so I
somebody
mean,
from the
maybe
group.
some fault, but not like I don't think they like at fault if anything happens to this person. Like I don't think they can be included in a
I
lawsuit.
know.
And
You can't really blame the chat room for anything
but
silly
there
happening.
are so
right,
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
facilitating the chat room. I put it together so attendees could
but
meet
there are
each
so
other.
many people who
What
have the
you do,
audacity to just say, I'm
But in
gonna
some
go.
instances, is the fact that you put your name on it can be a problem. So that's why I'm saying that it's like I don't know that's when laws and regulations and all that comes into it. I just think
yeah.
it's a risk. It's just not worth it.
I mean, I don't know. Like maybe because I'm a man and I am 6 foot. I am a big dude. I don't think that anything would happen to me. And I'd like to think that the people that would offer that would also feel the same. Like it's an expensive hotel room. You're looking for a little help to like cover it. And it's two, full size beds or two queen size beds. Like
Even if they
if I have
twins,
my
I
own
mean,
bed,
I agree.
yeah,
It's
if I have my
just
own bed
you're a
in the hotel
man.
in the host
What
hotel,
about T? T's a woman. Even if she's staying with another woman, it's like you might feel safe, but it doesn't
Oh, I
guarantee
would
that nothing will happen. So it's
I
like,
would
but that's what I'm
never.
saying. But
nothing will
some aren't like
happen.
that. You got a lot of, and
Her
like
doing
some are
something to
very
me,
timid.
I would do something
It's
to her.
like the chances of two, and I'm not saying that it would or wouldn't have, but it's like the chances of things happening are there. They're reduced or increased depending on your backgrounds, who like in certain other situations, especially like when opposite sexes engage. So it's like
Right.
all that changes within those parameters. So that's why I'm like, in your sense, I can understand. You're a male, that's different. A woman can't just flat out say that. It won't always be mutually agreed. So I think it's just depending on the situation. And that's where it's shaky. And it might have some men that's not gonna feel safe. It might be because of beliefs, sexuality, whatever the situation may be, but I know the same is gonna apply for women. So it's not gonna be mutually across the board.
Yeah, nah, I just wouldn't sleep in a place with strangers in the first place.
But you got some people that's like, hey, this might be my only way of having my fun, and they risk it for the biscuit. And it's more common than it should be. The
It
sad part
is.
is, down south, this is way more common than what it should be. But again, people are much friendly out here and stuff like that. So it's like, it's different. But I don't know. I know up north is like, it's a different vibe.
I suppose. Either that or I just watch too much true crime.
I mean, but I'm saying like prime example. Of course, you would see it only when you attend like festivities, but like even on day-to-day like situations, I can just
I
go
mean,
outside, walk across the street, and they throwing like a full block party for like 8 full blocks and invite me inside, drinks, like a whole bunch of stuff. And it's like these people don't know me from Adam and Eve. I could be a whole serial killer. Like
but
that's
I
what I'm
mean, that's
saying.
actually like shit. I feel like that's something that you really don't have to deal with if you're like chilling with somebody outside of the fact that y'all are essentially roommates for a couple of minutes. I mean, it's the same energy as being at a hostel for real. So, because I mean, in there you don't know anybody else who happens to be sharing the room with you at that moment. You better make friends. So, I mean, I get where you're coming from. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't necessarily stay with strangers, but if it ended up being a situation where I had to share a room, where I had to split the cost of a room with someone, I could be talked into it, I suppose, because I've done that with the couple of cons that I've gone to. Every time I've had to travel and stay there, it was like last time I went to Monterey Con, I think it was like 4 of us in a room, something like that. So, I mean, it just kind of depends how you travel. I mean, I mean, now to be curious though, is this a chat that you set up, Mo, or is it a chat that
No.
No. It's not something that he set up, which is why I was saying what I was
That's the
saying.
first thought, though.
Yeah, nah, I wasn't even the first one in there. I seen that it happened. It sent me an alert saying this is happening in a group that you may follow, and I just clicked it. I did not start it. I did not, because if anything bad happens, God forbid, let me knock on wood right now. Like,
Oh God.
I don't want to feel responsible. You're not gonna put that. Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby. But
That's tough.
nah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think single me would have taken that opportunity. Like, split the cost. It's cheaper. Would have, like, if I meet a girl, 9 times out of 10, she already has a room, so I'd be going back to her room. I wouldn't take her to mine, or I text the guy and let him know, hey man, I'm about to take girl back up to the room. Can you check back in around an hour or so? Like, give him that decency. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just a nuttier individual. Like, I would have taken the shot.
You wholeheartedly are. I think
You
we can
are.
all agree on that.
I wouldn't.
I want you to know
trust
that the
him.
moment you were to take that gives your other person freedom to steal your shit. And I've seen it happen all the time. Like, the moment you agree, both of y'all get there, you meet each other, handshake, man, you're a really cool dude. Yeah, man, you too. Hey, I'm gonna go head down there. I'll meet you back later or whatever. Maybe we can get some lunch or something. Yeah, sure. The moment you come back, all your shit gone. All of
But
it.
no,
Choose
you wait
balance
until
every
the
But see,
last
that's
day.
why
You wait
I
until the last
spoke
day.
on the regulation thing, because I felt like if they had not necessarily a fail safe, but it's like if you had to basically do like a miniature like identification like background thing, to where it's like we have enough information on you to say whatever, even if somebody forges they would have ways to try to like prove that. I think that would make things a little bit
My
easier in the
nigga,
sense of
people
security.
didn't want to take a COVID test. You think people want to take a background check before coming to a con?
Do
You
you
think
want
these
to?
I
sketchy
mean,
ass
How
I
bad?
can
niggas
How
still,
bad do you want
are
to
going to
go?
be able to
How bad
pass
do
a
you want to go?
background check?
But
I
that's the
can.
thing, though. When it comes to stuff like that, you have people that
Bro,
decide that they don't want to, work in certain
20%
spaces. So
of
it's
the
like,
con won't
I'll
be
put
able to
them
make
through
it
that.
if it's a background check. I promise you.
that means let the niggas who don't wear deodorant or take a damn shower.
Dog.
What, you want to have a
Because
background check
deodorant is
on that?
not
Smell
optional.
test.
not ever.
What do you mean deodorant is not optional?
You have
What do you
some
It's
mean?
people
96
walk
degrees right
around.
now. Deodorant
Yeah,
is not optional.
some
You
people
don't
who
understand.
Deodorant
don't
is
wear
definitely
deodorant,
optional. You
they
just not
smell.
rocking with the right
Is it?
deodorant.
No, they smell
Nah.
bad, or they
Deodorant is
don't
not
shower.
optional.
They don't
Are y'all
shower.
giving? Are y'all
Bro,
giving people? Look, I
I'm
think
going
I
with
can't
T,
tell.
because there is no way in hell you about to make me believe that I would sweat in roughly like 80 degree, even
No.
90. But deodorant is not just gonna burn off and melt away. That's not
Oh,
gonna
I get
happen.
Right,
it.
and that's what I'm
You just
saying.
don't have
Deodorant is
good
not
BO.
optional. You got to get your
Nah,
ass
nah,
in the
nah, nah,
shower
nah.
and wear some
Don't wear
deodorant.
it.
But I'm saying you just don't have good BO. You don't have good hygiene because that doesn't
They
make
aren't
sense.
wearing deodorant in
Not
general.
you. So take yourself out of
Well,
the equation,
somebody
right?
needs to be at the exit and entry points and spray
Yes.
people like
That's what T is saying. You don't understand.
like you're good.
I'm pretty sure you've been to a lot of places.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
Listen,
That's
you don't
one
know
thing I
people
do know about cons that I haven't been, but I do know that's a thing, and that bothers me.
It
So
has
listen,
gotten to the
Blerdcon
point
does
where people get
smell
kicked out
significantly better because black people be there.
Yes.
I believe that, but I believe there are still some of us that just unfortunately, yeah.
Be musty.
Who are you pointing at?
Who pointed?
So
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm reaching for
Okay.
shit.
Because I was about to say, please don't blame me.
I'm just grabbing shit. Not you.
It's my favorite time of the episode.
When violence is chosen.
I'm really not doing anything.
This happens to him once in the episode. I swear to God, Mikey finds a way and a reason for this to come up every time.
He falls and trips on his own shit.
Oh, it's my second favorite part of the episode. You ready? It's my second favorite meme about T and Mikey. Every time. Because she just
Mikey
like
P one
lines
for
you up
one.
and walks you into it.
Doing stuff. And out of nowhere, it's attack on me. It's fine. Matter of fact,
Mikey said
right
he's
now.
used to it.
I am used to it. I'm used to it. Yeah. Come on, talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk
Oh.
about the expectations for. Ooh,
We had to move him out of there. He can no longer sit in that spot. Now
Nah, he can't be that.
Why?
she decided to point.
Oh my God.
You got in trouble.
Troublemaker.
I didn't even point.
Well, I know for
just
me,
like,
since I've never been, I would
Nah,
say.
this way we're gonna keep you nice.
Do they have like guides
still
and like
pointing.
maps and stuff, or like schedules? Like, do they give you stuff like that?
Through I believe I remember one year, Blerdcon at least. DreamCon did the same thing too, but I think it was only for certain people. Teacher, he's fucking up. They actually gave you like a pamphlet of where things.
I gotta sit you next to me.
They gave you kind of like a breakdown. Now with Blerdcon, there's an app called Guidebook that tells you either in the Jefferson room, the Roosevelt room, and then you get to the hotel. The hotel will be able to tell you where that is located, on what floor, at least.
Okay.
Yeah, because you definitely don't want to miss out on our panel. We will be in the Roosevelt room. Brittany's going to be there at 10, holding it down with Black Jeopardy. We're going to be there at 1, and I think HNIC is there at 5. So if you want to see us do the Kurt Kishi dance, because that's my second cosplay. I'm dressing up as Scotty Too Hottie. I got the wig yesterday that came in. I got the outfit coming. I'm going to be fly. Like, outlandishly over the top fly.
My boy's outlandish.
Outlandish. Like
I'm
wrestling.
So happy for you. I'm so happy
Thanks.
for you. And I hope everything works out in your favor.
I hope so too, because I haven't been practicing the worm, and like I don't know how well this is going to turn out.
It's gonna turn out like shit. It's gonna be embarrassing as fuck.
Oh,
but
it's
I
going
want
to be
you to
super
know
embarrassing.
that I will be there to support that part. I want to see you fail. I will support that, and I will be your biggest fan in that room, hyping you up as you fail.
Nope, not bigger than Brittany, because she be ready for it. She gonna have the camera and everything ready.
Tag me in, coach. I got you. You sit down and relax that beautiful body. Let me fuck him up real quick, and I'll tag you back in when you're ready. He's a bottle of water.
See you fuck him up.
Gotta make sure you had an anime cutscenes when you do it. Top tier.
Absolutely. My favorite thing is recording and seeing people just enjoy these cons. You just see the group smiling and laughing, and you see the kids that get inspired by seeing people in their cosplays.
This is where you learn that he is a voyeurism king.
So what we're not about to do is
With the glasses came off?
is talk about that while we're talking about children. We're talking about happiness of kids. Do you see the
Shades are off. It's
I
about
have
to get
lost
real.
all hope in everything. Okay, so
Everything.
just let's get back to the happiness of kids and going to cons. Like at least 2 y'all niggas got 3 y'all niggas got kids.
Yeah.
other one
Oh,
gets to
so
flush down the toilet. So how do you feel about your kids going to these cons?
They're not
speaking
going.
of kids, they will be going. My kids will be there Friday,
I'm
and
gonna get you.
HNIC will be sponsoring the prize of the kids cosplay contest, which they are having a kids cosplay contest this year.
Oh, that's amazing.
That
They
is
did
dope
that.
though. I'm not gonna lie.
So
That's
we'll
But I feel like
definitely be there for
cons
that.
are going to be for me. My kids have too many things that are for them that daddy just has to be there for. So
fuck them
this is for
kids.
me.
You see me?
Nah, I mean, so on the one hand, it's like fuck them kids,
That's how
right?
I'm not gonna lie. That's my approach for a con. Like I love y'all, but fuck y'all. Like nah,
But
we
on the
good.
other
Like
hand,
let's
like my
move on.
kids had such a great time. Like you couldn't tell Snuggles differently at Awesome Con.
Oh,
He
he was
ran around. He
having
got to
so
see
much fun. He
so
was
much
having so
fun.
much fun.
It was Mario Day because it was March 10th. So he got to run around in his like Mario hat and his
That's
Mario
so
shirt. He's seeing the princesses.
So he
He
was
got
like,
to hold the
Oscar,
like fire
sweet.
Mario. He's seen Spring Trap from Five Nights at Freddy's. He got to play on like old school video games that he otherwise would never be able to play. Like he got to play like Sega Genesis and like the old school Nintendo. Like
So time was
he's a
had.
Sonic fan, he's a Mario fan, and these are games that like I don't own these things. Like I don't own an N64. Like we aren't going back playing these things. But he got to
We
do
should.
this. I'm not. I'm
Some
not
of them
gonna
are
lie
worth
to
it.
you. I'm
Some
not
of them
gonna
are
get
worth
this.
it. Not all of them, but some of
But
them are worth it.
you know, he
Kids
got to
going
go play arcade games and he had a great time and he got to like see stuff. And like there was a dad who wanted his son to meet Anakin Skywalker at AwesomeCon. Like
so pissed I
that,
didn't go.
that's worth it. If that's what you want to do, if these are the memories that you want to cultivate, there are certain celebrities that you can't catch anywhere else. There are certain voice actors like catching the voice of SpongeBob. That's like that's like catching fire. Like I went to a con. I was supposed to go to GalaxyCon, and Steve from Blue's Clues was there,
and Rikishi.
and Rikishi. So like being able to like go from I grew up watching you to I now have my own child that I want you to see. Like you helped me grow as a child. That's why wouldn't I want to bring my kid to that?
I
Now
don't
on the
disagree
opposite
to
end,
it, but I'm looking at it from the other perks of the con. So yeah, I
Just
don't
told
want
you.
to have to
so
worry about my kids. I want to be
that's why I get a
irresponsible.
babysitter, and I'm only bringing
Nah,
my
I don't
kids
even
on
want to
day
do that.
one.
I feel
You
like
see
all
the
that is
big
a waste of
opening
money and time
grandiose
and energy.
ceremony.
Mm-mm.
See, mine are a little bit older than
See
y'all's
you
are, so
guys in
I
a
don't
few days.
have a problem. When I go to my
Even if my
Matsuri,
kids were older, Dwight, I stand on what I said.
I don't have to do
They're not anime based anyway. They don't care
the
about that.
the dad kind of act. The dad is single, hanging out at the con, and kids can go, enjoy the con. So
And they
I
be
feel
there
you.
too. Like, listen, I got friends that show up and they be like, "Yo, I'm just here. My kid's somewhere. He running around. He having a great time. I told him what time to be back. I got him a separate room. I got me my own room. Like,
I got
you
cell
know,
phones. I can track them.
hey, I
That's
know
a
you
pair
in
I
the
wish I
area.
had coming
I
up.
can probably see you down there in the Super Smash Bros. Tournament or like somewhere waiting in line to do something like that I'm not trying to do. Or you done spent all the little bit of money I done gave you in our alley. Or you out at the like, but like you know where they are when they come to a place like that. And the thing about Blerdcon is Blerdcon feels like a big family reunion. Like it feels like, yo, you showed up and there go my cousin. But now my cousin brought their friends and I don't know them, but they look cool. That jacket that they want, well, not the jacket because it's hot as shit, but the costume that they wearing is cool as shit. I know that character. And instead of walking into the con and feeling like, oh, I'm the black version of this, you are that. Like, I'm not Black Luffy, I'm Luffy. I'm not, oh, I'm Black Professor Utonium or this is Black Blossom. No, you're Blossom. You're the Powerpuff Girls. And that's a great feeling that you can't get otherwise. You can't otherwise walk up and T can't be like, well, I'm Raven. And they're like, no, Raven's definitely a little white girl. And she's like, the fuck she's not today.
My first year at Blerdcon. No, I wore Raven for the first year at Blerdcon, and this little girl came up to me because she was so excited to see me Raven. It made me want to cry because of how just she wanted to get a picture with me. She wanted me to do stuff with her. It was so cute. That
Adorable.
representation
And
needs to be had at these cons, especially for
it
Black
does.
kids.
And that's huge because, like, as a little girl, how many times did you see someone that looked like you dressing up as characters that you love?
No, that's facts. I definitely agree with that. I still stand by
Like,
what I said about bringing my own kids, but I agree giving other kids like that are there that I'm
so I
like,
mean,
nah.
Other
I
kids are
took
class.
my
I just
sister
don't like
to a con
my
when
kids,
she was a
please.
little younger, and like instead of seeing herself as like I have these gray streaks of hair in my head, everyone looked at the ninja headband that she had and told her how cool it looked. Like everybody focused on what she had and was like, "Oh, that's so dope!" Like I love that, and they made her feel really good. And that's the only con that she's ever been to. She's been twice. She's been now as a 18-year-old and once as like a 14-year-old. Same energy, same
Black
way.
cons are important.
Black cons are important. J1 con is important. Blerdcon is important. All the black cons out there. Blerd. God, I can't. I'm fumbling the ball so hard on this NOLA one, but like that one matters too. Like seeing black people dressed up matters. Like when I put on my cosplay for the first time, I was like, I don't know how I feel. I think I look kind of okay. Like I kind of feel like I look goofy. Like nobody's gonna really get it. And then people stopped and asked me to take pictures. Like I walked up on my friends and they were like, "Ha, toughest fairy in the galaxy. I knew that'd be you." Like, and it's like, oh shit, like this is cool. And you don't feel so alone in a place where everybody's dressed up and like makes you feel like you did the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you walk out into a Batman costume in the middle of the day, you look stupid. But when you walk out in the middle of Blerdcon, everybody applauds you and tells you how great you look.
We walk out to any con, and I mean on Halloween too, but any con that you go to that it is acceptable for people of color, it is wonderful to feel at home in that vibe.
Yeah, it's so great to feel like not just, oh, I'm accepted, I'm welcome here. And then people who are not of color, you're accepted. That's where we give them the Uno reverse.
Yeah, some white people showing up at
Because
these cons and they do great.
yeah,
And and it's not
hit them
like
with the
it's not like oh, you're white, you shouldn't be here. You're like, you can't be here. This is
no.
for us. It's like, no, damn, let me see your cosplay really quick. And how long did it take you? Like, what
Like
is
we
the
aren't
work
going to
you put
censor
into
the
it?
word nigga around you, but like we still don't make you feel like you're not welcome. There was a woman who came and she did a great Owl House costume. I got the picture for Izzy because she's a big fan. But her cosplay, it was solid. And the fact that she walked around with that much hair was like a testament to her will. Because she had a fuck ton of hair. Like it was a lot. And then like you go and then you see these creative costumes. Like one year somebody was Vishon, like from the meme where Vision was like this with his hand and the chest and the like. Can't make this up. Fucking hilarious because it's like that's what black people are. We're creative. We are the needle movers. We are the people. Last year there were Eevees dressed up in carnival style. Like took me a second to realize what they were, and I was like, oh shit, they're the Eeveelutions.
That's fire.
When they're
One
together.
year I went
Did you
and there
take
was
pictures
a
of
low bunny that almost caused car accidents. Like she walked
There's
across
no
the street and people were trying to crash to see that ass, just like as she was walking in these like high heels, leggings. Well, no leggings. She had on like high heels, some stockings, and just a bodysuit.
There's no rules.
And there are no rules.
Batman. Just
Like
to let you know.
I seen a dude last year dressed up as an Astro Boy. He had on the big red boots. It was the most creative option I've seen for the big red boots. Like he had on a Speedo and some big red boots. That was it. Homie was in the lobby too. I seen Chun-Li right there, and there was so much ass, just his ass, her ass, and I had to walk away.
Mhm.
Pause, my
What
G.
you doing? Double take up.
Listen, some
Choose
of
your words
these women
wisely.
and some of these men come out and they come out prepared.
Yeah, I seen dudes in like maid costumes. I've seen dudes dressed up in like the and like cow suits. I've seen Among Us.
Now,
We
I have a question for the people who have
Among
gone.
Us would be lit.
You've seen the typical cosplays that are reused. I did Raven. You have Spider-Man. Like you see so many of them. What is one unique cosplay that stood up to you? What's a character that someone did that you were like, oh shit?
my homie
And
Ed.
for Ray,
There was a
whatever the fuck
Spider-Man
your name,
meetup.
hold on, and wherever the fuck your name is here, who don't go to cons, what is one cosplay you would want to see be done?
So my homie Ed did the Spider-Man dinosaur. Like she did the dinosaur Spider-Man. It was the inflatable one. It was funny
So
as shit because like she came out with the little arms and shit, and it was super hilarious. I've seen like so many like elaborate ones. Like I've seen like a big ass like Hulkbuster Iron Man suit where like the music played and shit. So many, but I definitely think the one that stood out the most to me was definitely Ed and the fucking like Ebony running around in a Spider-Man suit and the T-Rex. One I would like to see though is I don't know. Skip.
I don't know. The weirdest one that I've seen, well, not necessarily the weirdest one, it was probably the coolest one I've seen was someone did Simon and someone did Kid Simon and like the little Gurren Lagann head that he piloted before, the middle of the show.
That's dope.
It was actually pretty cool. I mean, I've only ever actually seen the costume like that once. Like, yeah, no one does that one for some reason. And you would think it would be easier to do than what it is, but
it's fucked up. But it was one of the cons I went to before. I can't remember. It might have been GalaxyCon a while back. It might have been like a NecoCon. I've seen Shao Tucker's daughter. I've seen Anina.
Oh my god!
And
shit!
Exactly as you pictured it. It wasn't It wasn't just a little girl. It was like a girl in a dog costume. Like, well, not a dog costume, but her cosplay looked like the unfortunate fusion. It was really funny. It was cool, and I could only clap. There's not much else I could do. I mean, I could say, "Dude, what the fuck?" But that's not my daughter. So
sometimes the cosplays like that just be kind of the most wild ones. I was on Facebook the other day and I saw someone cosplaying the moment where Qui-Gon Jinn was stabbed by Darth Maul. So
That's
the front.
up.
I mean, it was, but all you can kind of really do, because it was really elaborate. The lightsaber lit up on both sides of his body. He had the little burn mark there, and he's just kind of sitting there doing the pose. And I'm like, this is messed up, but damn it if it's not good.
Yo, I seen it one time where like dude had a pack of Uncle Ben's and all the Spider-Man was just coming up crying and taking pictures of it. And like they laid him out like an actual person. And like they were like, Uncle Ben. Black people are creative as fuck. I want you to know that.
I feel like people have way more fun than some of the masked cosplays versus like the ones where they can see your face. Like, I've never seen a Deadpool cosplay where the person didn't just lean into it.
Yeah, because I feel like it's not a con unless you see a Deadpool and a Sailor Moon. Like, but for a Black Con, I feel like you need to at least see a Frozone and a Sailor Moon. However, for Blerdcon, I'm predicting at least one lifeguard. I'm calling for at least one Megan Thee Stallion cosplay. I'm expecting to see some Beyonce. Some swimsuits. It's definitely gonna be all swimsuits. It's gonna be a lot.
Most cosplays are going to be swimsuit
Ass out.
esque. At least most of my cosplays are because I don't want to be hot. I don't want to be wearing extra layers. And I'm trying to keep the theme. I'm trying to keep that in mind.
Always about the theme.
I gotta get a shirt. I don't think I thought that through.
I'm sorry. Just like a regular shirt. What's the shirt for?
For my cosplay, for my Professor Utonia. I don't think I have a plain white shirt and a tie.
You just straight up, man, I gotta get a shirt. You're not wearing one right now? Or?
Sorry, because she had mentioned her cosplay and then how she wanted to not be like hot, and I was thinking to myself, damn, I also need a shirt.
Just go as one of the Rowdy Rough Boys so you can like not have to wear a suit all the time as Professor Utonium.
Yeah.
I think he's stuck with doing that, dude. He don't want to be a Rowdy Rough Boy. He just don't want to see it.
That's crazy.
It's too late to change it now. He already made a commitment. He's here.
I feel like it's 20 days out, and I did definitely commit. However, if you'd like to switch it up, I can still make that work. Like I do have red shoes.
She don't have to switch.
You have a red hat.
You don't. She don't have to switch. You would have to switch.
We can switch it up.
He needs to switch it up because he has 19 days, 21 hours, 25 minutes.
He got time, but he has time.
Oh yeah.
He has time.
He's just gonna be
thinking about it. Yes, that's true. That's true. That's probably what it's gonna be. But he definitely has more than enough time.
Literally days before, and he's like, "Damn, how quick can Amazon Prime get to me?" Not that quick. Some of that next day don't happen next day. They just want to switch up and be like, "Hey, I'm not. You know what? This is running a little bit late. It's gonna get to you at this time." And then he's fucked. And then we get to laugh in his face. Because that's what friends do. Yeah.
I guess I'm a Rowdy Rough Boy there.
Wow,
Let's go!
Which one are you gonna be?
Let's go!
Yeah,
the red one, of course.
I don't remember their names. I think one of them name is Butch.
Butch.
I don't know, but I'm
a Brick and Boomer. I'm already planning this ahead. Like I'm ready. Like just let me know when.
So which one is the red one?
Brick.
That's Brick. So that's who Jamal
Brick,
gonna be.
Boomer, and Butch.
Yeah.
Butch is the green one. I remember.
The yellow one is who? Boomer or Butch? Yellow one is Butch.
You remember?
You said yellow?
I remember.
What green?
You said yellow?
I don't. Yeah. I said yellow because what was? Yeah, I said yellow.
Red, yeah. So it's red, green, and blue, opposed to like pink. Baby.
That's why I said it because of Bubbles. I honestly said it because of Bubbles. So in my mind, yeah, I thought they all had like. But yeah. So which one was Bubbles' counterpart then? Was it Butch?
Boomer.
That was on.
And Butch was all right.
Yeah, we don't allow boomers in the condo. So, what are your expectations as far as like a black con? I think we could. No boomers?
We want boomers.
Nah, no boomers.
They be fun as shit. They've been ringing that shot clock every hour.
Dog. That was not every hour. That was every 20 minutes.
Yo, it was
and
so
you
fucking
know
bad. It was so fucking bad. But moving on. What was your question?
So I think my last question is, what is your expectation for this year's Blerdcon, or I guess for y'all in general for your next con? So I'm gonna start with Mikey.
Make me go last.
He should go. I should go last.
I need to go last.
No, I should go last. I can't think of like my expectations of
the
con. Or but he's muted, so I can't even hear him.
expectations of
I mean,
Blerdcon
your
coming up
expectations
or
of like
any
Blerdcon
future
coming
con?
up or any con, like your next con. So
Yeah.
for you, your next con is Blerdcon because it's coming up in like 19 days. But for them, it would be whatever their next con is, or in Charles' case, it would be his first con.
Mhm.
Whoop, whoop.
My bad, kid ran out on me.
I would like to see a little
Like,
bit
what are you
more.
expecting to see? What are you expecting to do? Like, what are you looking forward to?
Honestly, I'm just gonna go backwards. Honestly, I'm mostly just a gamer and I love gaming. I didn't game as much as I did or as much as I wanted to do last year. I kind of just went down there for like a second. I met a friend and we just like sat down for 10 minutes looking at Street Fighter and then like I walked back and did whatever. I wanted to go to more panels and do more stuff actually, which I didn't do. And usually if it's a con, I would stay overnight anyway to just like look at everything else and maybe like sleep for an hour the next day. Like that's not a problem for me. So honestly, I wanted for me myself, I'm going to expect to do more than I did last year. I want to actually enter some tournaments, talk a lot of shit, be on stage somewhere, and then like just literally just booing everybody else and telling them to suck my fat nards. But like what I want to see from the con itself is I'm already going to see a lot of cosplay anyway, but I want to see more like interactions between people in their cosplays. Like you see somebody and you're like, oh shit, nice cosplay. Oh, thanks, dude. And I want to see like people actually get excited with their cosplay and act out their characters with other people. You know what I mean?
So,
Yeah.
I see a lot of
if
that
someone is All
before.
Might, you want them to do something almighty.
I want them to stand up, be loud, and say, I'm here. And then like actually
But not
tell
even
people
that.
about,
Like if they see Endeavor or something, it's like, oh,
yeah.
look at the number. You
Like,
know, look at the number one.
you know, I want them to do. I want them to. I know it's a weird thing, and a lot of us nerds are like introverted and like to stay in our bubbles. And trust me, I believe that 110%. We should always stay in our bubbles, but it's not a problem when you're around other people who are like you. You know what I mean? Especially in like
Right.
this blurred setting is. So I want to see a lot more of that.
We got him on camera saying that, T, so we're going to hold him to it. You heard him. You heard him here. It's recorded at 4K.
Shake that ass, ho! I'm gonna be on it. I got you.
On it. Like right there. All right.
I got
So I think for me, as far as what I'm expecting this year, I'm expecting a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a lot of people. I'm going to see a lot of my friends, like a lot of my internet friends for the first time. One friend in particular, if I could take a moment to shout out, I'm really excited to meet Kai because I've never been able to tell somebody you should watch One Piece and they actually listen. Like I've said that 1,000 times to everybody.
Do I know this guy? Is he in the Discord?
Day. Kai is non-binary, so if you called him a he, then no, because Kai, they know Kai, and Kai would never. So, yeah, I'm really excited to meet my friend Kai. I'm excited to meet a couple of other my friends that are coming from the Pokemon community. I'm not going to just go through shouting out everybody, but I'm excited to go through and enjoy. Like Blerdcon is a once a year thing for us, but it's like it's that anniversary of just hanging out, going to go see everybody that I don't get to see. They travel from near and far. T, I haven't seen T since like the pool party of last year. Like,
pool party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. The game room, the arcade room is always lit. Like I always love seeing what different changes they have. Last time they had Dance Dance Revolution, which was dope because I haven't played that in years. I'm excited to see like all the stuff, the artists that are coming. I got a good friend of mine named Ray. Ray's Arts. I've done an interview with him. He's going to be doing art for the first time, like selling his actual art at Blerdcon. Like he's just gone and gone. Yeah, this is his first time as a vendor. Before he's just been down there doing stuff. Yeah, now we'll pull up at his table, get pictures and shit. Like that's the artist that's actually working on our stuff currently. So we do have something in motion. Keep your eyes locked out for something. Like it's something special. It's gonna be really cool. But yeah, he's our personal artist. I'm excited to see a couple of other friends of mine that are vending. Gerald. It's a couple cool panels that I really want to see. Like the Anime Family Feud sound like that's gonna be lit. The Day Zero party on Thursday is gonna be fun. Like this time, I actually get to come back with Brittany, so I won't be running around shirtless the entire time.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I can very
she
deeply
usually puts me on a leash, so not that's one at a time. But I'm excited for a lot of stuff. I'm excited for the kids cosplay contest because like HNSC is giving out the prize for it. I'm excited to see Kurt take stink face at the panel because that nigga's taking two of them. That's why I'm dressing up as Scotty Too Hottie and failing at doing the worm. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm excited just to see like everything that's gonna be going on. All right, T, you still want to go last, or you want to? All right, I'm gonna throw it to the man who actually has been to a con, has one lined up in August. Dwight, tell us about what you're looking forward to in August.
Dude, actually, that August con is going to be my kid's first con, so I'm excited to take them
Oh,
to that. So that'll be fun. My Surrey con's kind of low key. It's I think it's been running in Ohio for maybe about 7-8 years, something like that. So I'm looking forward to actually getting back up there because my brother and sister come from the northern part of the state. I'm coming from the southern part. So we usually meet up there whenever we go. So I'm excited to get to that. I'm sick about missing Blerdcon, so this will be my first one for the year, and I'm just like, I'm
now
excited.
you gonna do your big one next year, big dog.
We'll get there, but but
It's about the
no.
journey, not the destination.
Say it's a journey, but yeah, I'm looking forward to being amongst my people, as it were, in regards to the anime community. I don't have enough of that where I stay. It's mostly hippies out here, which isn't a bad thing, but
Ain't hippies and corn, dog. You live in Ohio.
it's not a really huge mix of folks out here.
No,
It's hippies.
a lot of Ohio. All right, Charles, as the as the man who's never been to a con, what would you expect when you come in? Like, what would you think that you would see? Like, you've heard our experiences, you've heard us talk about it, you've seen the pictures of what other people have like posted. Like, what would be the most exciting thing, or like, what's the way that cons would have to be sold for you? Like, what would make Blerd Fest? Because that's the one I couldn't think of earlier for whatever reason. Uh, what would make that more appealing for you? Like, if you could talk to them and say, "Listen, y'all are coming in my backyard. I really want to go next year. This is what I would like to see, and this is what I'm expecting." Either you, Blerd, let us know what you think.
So from the event standpoint, I definitely, and I'm not saying that, cons don't have this, but I think like not just having different things going on, but have everything like, like to a point where you could have like pamphlets or like how I think mentioned something about an app, like being
Yeah,
able to have
Gabba.
everything the way you know what the locations are, you know the time frames and stuff like that. I think that's one thing. The other thing that I think is very important is like where food would not only be located, but what would be there, especially from a southern standpoint. One of my biggest things when I travel is always about food. So not just with y'all coming here, but like if I was to go somewhere else, I would want to try things that like I would hope and pray wouldn't be, like just why did I waste my money on this? I would hate that more than anything else. It wouldn't be more so about like taking away from the actual experience, but like food is something that like matters deeply. So I would be disappointed in that. Um, I also like would like to see like people interact, not just within groups, but like it be somebody random you don't know. So like if one person was Miles Morales versus like Peter, I would love to see that interaction, or like Gwen or something like that. I think that would be dope. Um, what there's like calling out moves, doing like catch phrases from like movies and TV shows, or even like poses. Of course, like asking them questions because some people might actually be very good with the lore and they're not just dressing up as a random person. I think that'd be dope. And maybe like if they do different little like miniature like shows or something, where like people come together and they throw together random acts, I think that'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah. So what it sounds like is you would really enjoy going to cons because a lot of what you describe is a lot of what you see. Like happens fairly regularly. So we just need to get you to your first con and pop your cherry like a real nigga.
All right, I wouldn't have worded it like that.
That's
Nope, that's exactly how I worded it. I said what I said.
I'm with you
No.
until that point.
Yep,
right?
We're all running with you in this right.
I'm with you.
And you said that
until
shit.
that point.
He was doing so
said
good. I
what
was
I
even proud of
I understand what you said. I'm with you up until that point, though.
Nope.
That's all.
Out of line, he is right.
I mean, yes, but he's definitely out of line first and foremost.
I mean, but I'll take that. I'm right. As long as I'm right, that's all that matters. Well, this has been a great episode. Please tell the people.
What about T?
Right. Apparently, fuck me and my sunglasses. I get it. It's fine. We can.
Yeah, everybody's just been. My bad, T. I apologize. T.
Lord have mercy.
It's your. Nope. It's your moment. I apologize. You deserve better, girl.
I mean, it started off with you all forgetting my birthday, and then we getting on sunglasses shit and all that shit. But I mean, okay.
And I apologize. I came
Today's
back.
your birthday?
And
I'm taking you out to brunch.
Today's your birthday?
I'm taking you out to
May
brunch.
3rd, and it was on a Friday, and y'all were talking in the chat. Y'all ain't say shit. And I'm not mad at Mikey or Dwight or you, Charles, because you're a wonderful person. Actually, I'm the one person that would shit on you the least. But Maul's bitch ass has known me for longer than a year. He knew better.
I forgot, and I said my bad, and I apologize on air. And now you wait until now to say something.
What day was it?
On air
Wait, so what day?
before.
What day is it? Because I'll put it in my calendar for future
May
reference.
3rd. My birthday is
May 3rd. Okay.
You did not say something before. This was not previously brought up as an anger.
I was born on a Wednesday.
I'm gonna write it down now.
In the month, I'm born on the 3rd. I was also born on the 3rd day of the week, if you want to count it by Monday standards, which is a Wednesday. But let's talk about these cons. I am excited because I'm going to 2 cons, possibly 3 cons this year, but Blerdcon is the first con that I will be going to. I'm excited because it was my first con going to ever outside of New York Comic Con. That was a con I've been to prior to this. I am expecting good vibes, smiles, laughs. I'm a little nervous about Blerdcon's theme this year. I'm a little nervous when it comes to the lines and the timing of shit for DreamCon because it was not good last year. But I'm excited just to see everyone, the family and the friends that I have made at meeting people at these cons. I look forward to it every year. This is my vacation. I started my new job in March and I told them, do not hire me because I have plans for July. And these are the specific dates I'm going to need off. Please don't hire me if I can't take these days off. I got hired and I have those days off. I am very much for this. I am excited with everything that has happened in my life. But specifically, I don't want to talk about Blerdcon. I want to talk about DreamCon. I am hoping that the line situation is better. Only because they did do an upgrade with their badges this year of like a premium badge. I wasn't able to get mine, which is fine. I saved $150, but I still fucking wanted it.
I heard people were just sneaking into the doors last year. Like they had like certain things that were blocked off, and then people were just like, "Fuck that shit."
Chaotic. When I talked about earlier in this live, I was talking about how mainly DreamCon was so disorganized when it came to the people at Target who had no idea what the hell was happening. I mean, the hotel itself and the convention center that was attached to it, they had no idea what to expect. They had a bunch of niggas just walking in. And you know when black people get together, we don't give a fuck. Shit goes down. So it got real very quickly, and it was very like it just got to be a lot. They didn't have as many metal detectors as they wanted to. It was just bad. But I'm excited to see everyone again. I'm very much excited. I'm excited to see my con family. I have gotten to know all of you, some closer, some of you I don't remember, and I don't apologize for that. But I've gotten to know you at these cons, and it has been such a blessing to get to know you guys, considering that I was someone as a Blerd, a part of this community, and not knowing where I could really fit in or find my people. And I am very lucky to be a part of this. So I'm excited. Blerdcon, I'm excited for DreamCon. I'm excited for the future cons that I will be going to. But just know, Blerdcon, I will be going to every single year. Because it is literally when people ask what Blerdcon is, I say it's like that family reunion, family cookout.
Yeah.
You just see your family again. Now get me off this big ass.
I remember you though. It's kind of crazy, but whatever.
Hey, if I'm not sober, I'm not gonna remember you. I got so much I got inside of here. Only a little bit can stay.
Crazy because she remembers the exact moment when she met me.
Exactly. And I was in the same room as you.
You were sweaty, and that's why I remember, because I don't like sweat.
So it had to be a negative memory? Holy shit.
Yeah. Doesn't that tell you a lot?
Yeah.
So I guess yours was positive, Mikey.
She does remember.
Well, that's good. That's good. It'll come to me later. We'll meet again.
Anyway, speaking of meeting, let's go ahead and wrap this up so I can go ahead and meet a blunt. I have been Maul. You can catch me at Blerd X TrapHouse on Instagram, on TikTok, at Facebook. You can catch me at UNAB. Mr. Rie, you giving out your info?
I'll give it out this time. I feel a little bit better.
Oh, he want to be followed. He wants to be seen.
Oh, don't do a big stream. Just leave it like this. You're gonna get too shot.
Nah. So on Instagram and Twitter, head to the clouds. As far as TikTok, I believe it's Rie TV. And yeah, those are the only three I really be on. So.
Oh. What about you, Mr. Nice Man from Ohio? You giving out your info, or these people can't find you still?
They can find me. That's my Instagram handle under my name.
Hey.
All right.
Well,
I'm gonna start doing that moving forward. Just dropping mine like that.
Dropping his handle. He won't be seen.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to be seen, but I need to start like coming out of my shell.
He trying to be seen. Bad guy. Why don't you go ahead and tell him where to find you at?
You call them
Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, on Instagram, Twitter. Anywhere else? Twitch. YouTube, kinda. It will get there in a bit after I do some.
We'll get there.
Stuff.
He's lying about Twitch, by the way.
He's super lying.
You. Fluke the villain. I mean, Fluke the villain. It's all the same, no matter where you go.
What's crazy?
Follow both of them on Twitch, and they capping.
No, don't follow me on Twitch, because you won't find me on Twitch until August, because I am in the middle of a move, which God blessings for that. I am also going to different cons in July, but you can follow me on my Twitter because I just reached 10K. I'm so happy about that.
Hey.
I did it, guys!
That was her. I mean, I saw it and I liked it.
Well, that's what's up. I'm happy for you. You got 10K followers on Twitter. If all of your ex-followers wants to follow us, let them know where to get us. We'll be here. Drop these videos on your ex. Right along.
Sorry, that came from a dark place. But yes, if you guys want to follow, definitely I want you guys to follow everyone on here, and also come see us where at Blerdcon and at what time. Here we go.
At the Roosevelt Room. We will be there 1:00 p.m. Saturday, July 13th. We will be performing Anime Court Is Batman a Criminal? We will put on the best show that we possibly can. if you find yourself up that early in the morning and you looking for something to do, at 10 a.m., my lovely wife will be putting on a production of Black Jeopardy. It will be great. We will be having a full weekend schedule where I will be at so many things. I will also be at the HNIC panel at 5 o'clock. So doing my best to do a worm.
And if you don't want to see any of those niggas at all, you can come see me at DreamCon because I have a panel there where you can come see my beautiful face because, you know, they all suck. But I'll be here.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was not allowed to come to DreamCon this year because we had to find a babysitter because of the Blerdcon baby we had last year. So, you know,
mistakes were made.
Mistakes were
made. What happens at Blerdcon?
I don't make no mistakes. I just want to point it out here. I was celebrating my anniversary.
No.
I'm a full-grown married man.
No,
and I take care of my responsibilities.
Your responsibility showed up at Blerdcon last year, so yeah.
That nigga popped his head up and said, "What up, dog? I heard you responsible." I don't like to be, but I am. So, yeah, take care of your responsibilities, drink water, and follow us on Twitter. That's it. Have a great day. We'll see y'all on the next one. And yeah. Also follow us and watch us all weekend long as we bring to you all the best content on the network going forward all weekend long. All our shows will be streaming, starting with trivia on Friday, leading into Blerd TrapHouse on Saturday, followed extremely by Black Girl Confidential. And then on Sunday, we close out our weekend with Anime Court. This week, I will be back with the trial of Black Panther versus Killmonger. And this should be a spicy one. So it's gonna get pretty wild. All the aunties gonna come out. We're gonna be there. And we ready for it. So all right, y'all. We encroaching on Curtis's time where this nigga I be telling him he be doing too much, and are you going for over an hour? And now look at us. Look at us.
Look at us doing great. What do you mean? This is us being great, being us at the best moment. Support us, uplift us like you should the Black community every single day. Hallelujah.
Yeah, 10 stars, share, like, subscribe. Tell your friends all about it. Like, let somebody know. We dope. We here. Until next time, we love you guys. Be safe, drink water, and we'll see you at Blerdcon. And if you can't make the Blerdcon, catch T at DreamCon. And if you can't catch T at Blerdcon or DreamCon, you might be able to cross your fingers and hope me and Mikey and T all appear Anime NYC. But until then, we'll be at the next one. Peace.